This conference will now be recorded.
Good morning, everyone. We're here for the regular council meeting for February 1st, 2022. We are going to do a quick round of introductions and then just get the show on the road. It'll all be virtual today, so council will be placing their vote online. Just to confirm, correct, Mr. CEO?
Correct.
Online system, yes, thank you. So we have with us Councillor Shane Pelletier.
Good morning.
Councillor Ron Mamchuk.
Good morning.
Councillor Janine Boulanger.
Morning.
Councillor Curtis Clayton.
Everyone.
Our CAO Mitch Duval.
Good morning.
And myself, Chris Ewan. We will start the show. Okay, item number 1, meeting called to order. Do I have a mover?
Councillor Mamchuk.
Thank you. Second.
Councillor Boulanger.
Councillor Boulanger. Sorry, I can't see the screen, guys. I've got my all net up. Okay, any questions or comments?
Not here.
No, please cast your vote.
Vote is carried 5-0.
Thank you. Open the meeting at 9:01 a.m. Item number 2, adoption of the agenda. Do I have a mover?
Councillor Clayton.
Thank you. Second.
Councillor Pelletier.
Thank you. Any questions or edits to the agenda? Seeing none, I will call for the question. Please cast your vote.
Vote is carried 5-0.
Thank you. Item 3, adoption of minutes. Do I have a mover?
Councillor Mamchuk.
Thank you. Second.
Councillor Boulanger.
Thank you.
Last council meeting was held on January 19th, whereby council approved 2 variations, 2 conditional uses. They tabled 1 conditional use to wait for further information. They also adopted the emergency plan salaries for 2022. Also approved a drainage study to be undertaken by the RM Attaché and the RM of Reachot, as well as asking the province for some more municipal enforcement support regarding COVID compliance. Still waiting on that from the province.
Perfect. Thank you. Council, do you have any questions?
Not here.
Not here.
Please cast your vote.
Vote is carried 5-0.
Thank you. Item 4, committee reports and minutes. Do I have a mover?
Councillor Boulanger.
Thank you. Second.
Councillor Clayton.
Thank you.
Looks like from the listing on the agenda that the committee reports are all received from Councillor Ron Mamchuk. Just a side note that the water rights licensing process was also forwarded to our Public Works department as information. It's always good to get a refresher as to when licensing is required.
Thank you. Council, do you have any comments for me? Please cast your vote.
Vote is carried 5-0.
Thank you. Item 5.1, accounts paid to be approved. Do I have a mover?
Councillor Mamchuk.
Thank you. Second.
Councillor Pelletier.
Paid to be approved. We have 1 batch, 15713, total about 19,000. The biggest invoice there was a summary of the invoices for Visa. That total is about 14.5. The rest are way less than the $5,000 threshold. Councillor Pelletier had a question and answered by the Public Works Department on a few items in the Visa bill. Those were also copied to council as information.
Thank you. Council, any other comments or questions?
Not here.
Okay, please cast your vote.
vote is carried 5-0.
Thank you. 5.2, accounts not paid to be approved. Do I have a mover?
Counselor Clayton.
Thank you. Second.
Counselor Pelletier.
Thank you.
Again, only one batch on the not paid to be approved, 15743 in the amount of 52,000. As you will see in my comments, not much there, only a couple bills over the $5,000 mark. And then the rest are all under 5,000. Pretty much nothing to report on this batch.
Thank you. Any comments from council?
Not here.
Not
Please
here.
cast your vote.
That vote is also carried 5-0.
Thank you. 5.3, council indemnities. Do I have a mover?
Counselor Boulanger,
Thank you. Second.
Counselor Clayton.
Thank you.
Council indemnities for the month of January of 2022, hours range between 18 to 37 hours, that pending, of course, if you've attended a conference or not. So based on that, other than that, nothing else to report on the matter.
Perfect. Any comments from council? Seeing none, please cast your vote. Sorry, my screen's really lagging today.
That is carried 5-0.
Thank you. 5.4, payroll to be approved. Do I have a mover?
Counselor Mamchuk.
Thank you. Second.
Counselor Pelletier.
Thank you.
I am just opening up the payroll just to get refreshed again here. But I believe, as I indicated last time, because of the transition of payroll 27 for 2021, it was expected that because of the snowstorms, et cetera, that occurred in between Christmas and the New Year's, that there was going to be overtime. And sure enough, that is reflected in the Public Works Department under payroll 1. Other than that, basically nothing else to report.
Perfect. Anything from council?
No, I'd like to tell that the Public Works did a good job of clearing the snow. I was very impressed with their performance. They did a good job. Thanks.
Perfect. Okay. Please cast your vote.
The vote is carried 5-0. My apologies, I missed the seconder on the motion.
Councillor Pelletier, right?
Right.
Thank you.
Uh, 6.1, bylaw 1, 2022, canceling loan bylaw 8-2020, John Q Connect, first reading. Do I have a mover?
Counselor Pelletier.
Thank you. Second.
Counselor Boulanger,
Thank you.
All right, as a result of the John Q project not moving forward in the Armor Reshot, our loan that we had made to John Q has been returned to us for the principal amount only. They're still holding on to the interest and they'll decide what they'll do there. But for now, we have received the $250 and this is just a matter of record keeping more than anything else. We need to cancel the original loan that is floating out there. So this is first reading.
Perfect. Any comments from council?
Would those funds go back to the reserve, Mr. CEO?
Wherever they came from, they have been returned to that same fund.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Please cast your vote.
Vote is carried 5-0.
Thank you. 6.2, bylaw 1, 2022, canceling loan bylaw 8-2020, John Q Connect, second reading. Do I have a mover?
Counselor Mamchuk.
Thank you. Second.
Counselor Clayton.
Thank you. As
Same
before.
spiel as the first one.
Thank you. Please cast final comments from council.
Not here.
Cast your vote.
vote is carried 5-0.
Thank you. 6.3.
Somebody
hear
having-
You okay there, Mr. CEO?
Yep.
Internet stroke, okay. Bylaw 6.3, bylaw 2, 2022, loan to St. Agatha CDI restructured timeframe, first reading. Do I have a mover?
Counselor Mamchuk,
Thank you. Second.
Counselor Boulanger,
Thank you. Councillor Boulanger had that.
Yes, thank you. This is basically just the opposite. The project in St. Agatha has moved ahead, is moving forward. The problem with the delay in the funds being transferred to Valley Fiber from the CDI is that the Valley Fiber still doesn't have ownership to that parcel that has been subdivided. That is still in the hands of legal. So once that's done, they'll forward the money. So instead of trying to get payment for the first payment for 2021 as per the original bylaw, it is best that we just move forward with new dates and repeal the old bylaw with the old dates. So basically, again, more of a housekeeping item that we need to take care of.
Okay. Any questions or comments from council?
not here.
No. Okay, please cast your vote.
Councillor Mamchuk?
Yeah, I'm fine with it. You didn't get it?
No, 6.3. So then therefore that is carried 5-0.
I'm sorry
Thank
about
you.
that. I'm sorry about
No
that.
problem.
7.1 Heartland Holdings, 624 Discovery Drive, draft development agreement for industrial multiplex. Do I have a mover?
Counselor Boulanger,
Thank you. Second.
Council Clayton.
Thank you.
So basically, this is from our planning services person. She put together a development agreement for Heartland Holdings at 624 Discovery. The highlights of the development agreement are to set the uses for the property, as well that it will require a fence. She wishes to point out the use of the tables is included in the development agreement. This is a very similar agreement to that of 618 Discovery Drive, almost neighbors, I guess. And occupancy permits are required for each unit. And a side comment that Heartland is usually very diligent about complying with their development agreements.
Excellent. Any comments from council?
Not here.
Please cast your vote.
That is carried 5-0.
Thank you. 7.2 Recreation Capital Funding Policy. Do I have a mover?
Councillor Pelletier.
Thank you. Second.
Council Clayton.
Thank you.
As discussed in the recreation meeting, quarterly recreation meeting, a couple of policies that the director is wishing to move ahead with. One of them being the capital funding. So that as what council has in front of them as a policy, and also the funding wise as far as moving forward with an application. So that has been discussed with council before. Nothing else to add at this point in time.
Mr. CEO, in the second sentence, recommending is spelled wrong.
Yes, it is. I will make the fix. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Perfect. Anything else from council?
Not here.
Not here.
Please cast your vote.
The vote is carried 5-0.
Thank you. 7.3 Recreation Emergency Funding Policy. Do I have a mover?
Counselor Mamchuk,
Thank you. Second.
Counselor Pelletier.
Thank you.
Again, similar to the first recreation resolution, this is regarding emergency funding policy. And the Recreation Advisory Committee met and also discussed with council, and they recommend, spelled properly this time in the resolution, to adopt this policy as presented.
Perfect. Any comments from council?
not here.
Okay, please cast your vote.
That is carried 5-0.
Thank you. 7.4 Recreation Annual Report. Do I have a mover?
Counselor Boulanger,
Thank you. Second.
Counselor Cook.
Thank you.
So this is a report that was created by our recreation department. Basically, it summarizes all the activities and events that went on in 2021, even amongst the COVID restrictions, etc. It is recommended by administration that we adopt this report as presented. Therefore, after this, we could actually post it on the website so it could be accessible from the public as well to see exactly what the recreation department were able to do during 2021.
Perfect. Any comments from council?
Not here.
Not here.
just that, yeah, it was a great report. Good job, well done.
Perfect. Absolutely. Thank you, Councillor Boulanger. Okay, please cast your vote.
That is carried 5-0.
Thank you. Item 10, adjournment. Do I have a mover?
Counselor Mamchuk,
Thank you. Second.
Counselor Pelletier.
Thank you. Any final comments? Nope. Please cast your vote.
Vote is carried 5-0.
Thank you. I'll adjourn the meeting at 9:18 a.m. Thank you very much, everyone. Please press stop record.